Welcome back, folks, to Age of Lemuria. I'm your host, Lucan, and who are you, Uno? Who are you?
Me, it's
People want
Uno.
to know.
It's
And
the one
thus,
and only.
who are you? Uh,
Um, that's the question, isn't it? I don't know.
what is the meaning of
Uh,
life? I thought that was the question.
what is Uno?
What is the meaning of life, Uno? What is the meaning of
What does it
life?
mean to be Uno? Uh, but I'm just D&D player. Sometimes I make art. Did I mention my name was Uno? Dos?
I'm
That's about
Lucan,
it.
your host. I run Dragon Prophecy Studios, and I'm a part-time factory worker. Uh, all types of stuff. I wear many hats and soon to be puppeteer. I'm still working on that. I've just moved, so you have to apologize because all this stuff is crazy. Do you have any plugs you want to do now? What's this, episode
Uh,
15?
sure, I'll plug myself. You can follow me at underscore Uno Dos with a capital U on Twitter and stuff like that. And Twitter accessories.
See, I need to get on Twitter, but I've heard that Twitter's like so toxic, man. It's so toxic. Like people post political stuff, and it's just bad all around. Is that true? Is that true?
I just use it as a art dump to just throw stuff, just to try and get publicity.
See, I use DeviantArt as my dump. Well, not
So,
dump. Sorry, DeviantArt, but yeah, that's like my little. It helps keep track of like my previous projects, and yeah, I don't upload like every month, but I try to at least get one thing on there. Should really put all my.
I did have a DeviantArt, but that was when I was very first sort of starting out as an artist. So it's all very different quality art to what I'm making now.
Yeah, we've evolved. We've definitely evolved.
Damn, yeah.
So tell me,
All right.
Uno, what happened previously?
Well, wouldn't you like to know? Family at home. So I believe it started off with Adron discovering a swarm of undead and quickly escalating.
Oh, you're
Running
fading
across the
here.
desert.
You're fading. What were you saying?
We dispatched the undead.
There we go.
We did some investigation called the Inquisition. Maybe not a good idea.
Who knows?
And then we went to the desert city of Ravenshold, I think.
Ravenshaven.
Ravenshaven, thank you.
Ravenshaven. Yep.
Where we learned that our mercenaries require assistance in the
Yes.
mountains of fire,
Yes.
which is not the kind of thing you want to hear from mercenaries. I think that covers it.
We got a lot of backstory, especially from Judas the Inquisitor. We got into a bunch of lore dump. You also came across the giant statue, which you discovered was the Holy Master. You also made a promise to these nobles down right here, like, oh yeah, I'll take you on an adventure, and you played it up pretty good, but their expectations and your reality might not be matching up. So we get a screenshot of the city of Ravenshaven, right? We get it expanded outward, just like in Game of Thrones style. Right? Yep. And then we go over to like these mountains of fire, where we see like this man who's cloaked in like silks, and he's dark complected, and he's kneeling before this creature who's in the shadows with red eyes. He's like, I offer you these slaves for your protection. Will you grant it to me? And this creature who's lurking in the shadows is like, what and who do you seek protection from? He says, there's a band of mercenaries chasing after me. My name is Moore, the slaver. And the shadows is like, yes, Bring forth your stock, and we shall see. And and it goes back to the city of Ravenshaven, where we see what is Adrian doing, and describe him briefly for us.
Let me get up my characters. So Adron is a sort of blind man wearing a long robe and carrying a staff.
Well, he's not wearing a robe anymore.
He's not. That's true. I need to update that. He's wearing farmer's clothes and has a slight beard going on because he's currently incognito.
Yep. Now, why is he why is he in disguise?
Because he is a wanted man for murder, thievery, and being a heretic, which apparently those are all crimes.
Oh, very much so. Murder, heresy, thievery, grave robbery. Let's see here. What else you got? Oh, and sworn oaths and stuff like that. But we're not interested in that. Anyways, let's go back to Adrian. What's going on with you, Adrian?
Fine.
It's fine. It's the life of an adventurer. It's fine.
He's a pretty chill dude, really. He just wants to not die.
What's going on? What's he doing in this inn? What's he doing?
So, I believe he's trying to resuscitate his owl, who has gone into like a coma, fugue-like state after trying to lick a poisonous toad.
A poisonous, sticky toad. Your owl got stuck on the cane toad of Saku's. Yeah, and your owl passed out. You saw no visions or anything else. You think that maybe your owl died, but he still has a connection to you, so he's not dead.
So this is the next morning where hopefully he is not in a fugue state.
We left you with Sarah escorting you, a blind man, to your room because she could not see. So the next morning he sort of gets up and has to get dressed without sight, I guess. Let's see here. Give me a fortitude save for your owl.
Oh no, fortitude is not this owl's strong point.
It's got a fairly low DC. He'll be all right.
You mean Constitution?
Let's see here. Let me check. Sticky skin. Okay, yep. It's. Go ahead and roll me a con save. Would you like to use your inspiration?
No.
Okay. Your owl is awake, but it is currently exhausted.
Okay. So like.
It's still recovering from the toxin that the cane toad delivered onto it. So yeah.
Gonna look up the duration for dark vision. Yeah, I can do that.
The owl is currently just suffering from the condition of exhaustion. That's it.
Okay, I will snap Adron's fingers, and the owl will go into his pocket dimension to rest.
Okay.
Then, as he casts Mage Armor on himself, he will also cast Dark Vision. His eyes begin to glow softly.
Okay.
With 60 feet of Dark Vision.
Mark off the spells.
Alright, that's fine.
It's going through a lot of spells. So early in the morning.
Just gonna go through spells just to get up in the morning.
Hey, you wanted to play a blind character. I was like, okay.
I mean, I think it's interesting.
You hear a gentle rap on your door.
Come in. It's open.
Sarah, the bar wench, comes in to check on you. She has some eggs and bacon and biscuits. She's like, I didn't you were pretty exhausted last night. You couldn't see, so I came to offer you some breakfast. Are you interested?
Oh, that's very kind of you. Yes, I'd be very grateful to have some breakfast.
So she steps inside and she's like, she doesn't know that you can cast spells and whatnot. So she like gently takes your hand and like puts a fork in it, and then she like takes your other hand and puts it on the plate. She's very much trying to baby you.
Okay.
She doesn't know that you can see her, right?
I'll just go with it for now,
Yeah.
because it's like so much effort just to explain.
She very kindly and gently sits with you for a little bit. She's like, "Is there anything else you need, like juice or water? Any wine? Anything that?"
No, you're very kind, but I will be leaving today, so it's okay if I refill my water pouches.
Of course, you may fill it at the spring. Just you may not sell it. She gestures to the well outside. She's like, "It's dangerous out there. What are you planning to do?"
I will be heading to the mountains of fire.
She like gasps at that. She's like, a blind man should not go there. There are dangerous crevices and rocks and lava and all types of manner of wild and ferocious creatures out there.
Do not be afraid.
She says that as she continues to like hand feed you.
I am not.
What business do you have out there?
Can I show her the letter?
Oh yeah, she's the one that handed it to you.
I will show her.
She like looks confused at it because it's not like Braille or anything like that. I mean, I assume that they have Braille. So she's like, "How did you read this?" She seems a bit confused, but yeah, okay. She reads it out loud.
Read it for me.
Yes, it summons Audren to the Mountains of Fire with the mercenary Amok, who he hired to find Moore, the slave master. He is requesting assistance. Yeah. It is time sensitive. He said within a week you must be here, or else lose everyone that you hope to save.
Great.
Yep.
So,
and who knows how long this letter's been sitting here.
Hey, Selena, can I ask you a question?
Sure. Sorry.
What are you doing in this town? Because this is sort of like a town for outlaws, but you don't seem like the outlaw type.
Oh, no. This brings in plenty of business for me. The council resides here. This is one of the strongest buildings. It's kind of like an embassy / gathering place. This is like a neutral land. Like, we don't allow fighting or anything like that. Otherwise, harsh conditions. This used to be a slave pit, as I understand it. And when Valseth and the council members came in, they helped free me and my sisters.
Ah, I see. Well, very good. That sounds great. I didn't mean to pry. I was just curious.
No, we have a proud history. Not history. Just recently, our newly found discovery of freedom and free will is outstanding. It's very, very unique, revolutionary.
Okay, thank you. So how do you feel about like the Holy Master and stuff?
Well, when I was in bondage, the Holy Master never answered my prayers, so I'm not very faithful. She like kind of looks down, kind of shameful. Although Judas does preach the good word, I don't know if I truly believe him.
Okay, there's no judgment on this part. I am a blind man.
Well, I mean, I can understand you holding resentment for the Holy Master. You are blind, after all. Some people blame the holy masters for their ills. I view him as just another god.
Just another god.
There are many. Some dragons claim to be gods. The green dragons themselves, in their vanity, always claim to be gods.
Okay, that's interesting. So it's really just the dragons or the Holy Master?
Oh no, there are others, but they're like spiritual beings, and like you'd have to talk to Sakul about that. There's some sort of like desert thing. It's like a spirit god. She gives like this vague. There's this thing out there in the desert that the Four Elves worship, and she's like, I'm not a theologist, theologian.
Okay, that's very interesting. Okay. Well, I better be getting ready to leave soon because obviously I've got to get there within a week. Otherwise, might not be anyone left to save.
Understandable.
But it's great to talk to you.
Of course, if you need anything, I will be down in the dining room. I hope you don't die.
Thank you.
Gathers like your dishes that you finished, and then she says, "Do you need anything else?"
That will be all. Thank you very much.
She departs. You get the sense that Sarah's like pretty fair and kind-hearted individual. You think she was a servant when she was a slave,
Okay.
because of her mannerisms.
Okay, interesting. I think maybe the kindest person to Adron so far, besides Ed and stuff. So with his new ability to see, Adron will walk into the corridor and go past these rooms.
So what time of day or night or what time is this? That's how you can tell who's awake.
That is a good point. I guess it will be in the evening because Adron will want to leave during where it's darkest.
Okay. So the council is starting to pack up and head to their rooms, while the dragon Valseth is starting to awake. They bring in like a boar, not cleaned or anything else, and the dragon just takes it and just swallows the creature, the dead corpse down, and just. Well, everybody just like nods and says, "Does anyone have anything else to say or discuss?" The council members like bring up last-minute topics such as someone's vouching for a new plot of land, stuff like that.
Okay, I'll sort of give a general wave as I walk by, like, I'll see you. Hopefully, I'll see you again when I return.
They all nod to you as you pass by. They continue closing statements, anything that wasn't finished or what have you. And then you depart to the council chamber.
Interesting.
As you come down the stairs, you notice three dark elves and a warg sitting at the table just watching you.
I'll give them an absent wave and move over to the nobles here.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I got to do some reports.
As you walk by them, I want you to roll me an insight as they're watching you.
Oh, they want to eat my brains.
Yeah. Would you like to do any fancy stuff?
Can I roll my portents?
You may, yes. In hindsight, you may.
Slash roll.
Not bad. Last night you saw fire everywhere. Like, and this wasn't like a minor little fire. This was like a roaring fire, and it was everywhere around you.
I will hold on to my portents then, because it sounds like I will need them.
That's one thing that we do that's not necessarily game-wise, but whenever he rolls really well, like that 19, I give him a hint of what will be coming up.
Lots of fire.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just like, it just depending on where he goes with it. He might be like, oh, screw that, I'm going to the elf place. I'm like, well, I mean, he avoided that encounter entirely, yes. Yes.
I ain't going to the fire mountains anymore. I'm going
no, screw that. Yeah, I mean, that's like the safest thing. And like that quest line quickly dies. But yeah. Hello, good sir. Oh my, how are you doing? Did you get well rested?
I did, but I'm afraid I must apologize.
Oh.
It's a last minute thing. I won't be able to take you out to the desert. I'm very sorry.
Oh my, we were hoping to see this spectacular statue. Yes, honey, I'd like to see the statue too. He's like, don't go hiring other people. What are you planning to do, good man? What is so important that it has to get in the way of Sir Stewart of the city of Alkaline?
I am going to the Mountains of Fire to say.
You are a madman. No man of any intelligence would dare go to the Mountain of Fire. Yes, honey, he's crazy. Yes, darling, yes, he's crazy.
Wait, isn't the Mountain of Fire where you went to go hunting?
I'm not insane, good sir. You are mad. Truly mad.
Well, I know this isn't as good as going to the statue, but I do have something that might be of value to you.
Oh, what do you have of value, good sir?
I have something for sale that you might be interested in.
Oh my, what do you have for sale, good sir?
It is a golden ring.
Oh, look at that, darling. Oh my, sir. How much are you selling that for, sir? How much are you selling that for? Would you like that, honey? Would you like that for a wedding, perhaps? As you can see, she has already like multiple rings, but she's like, oh, I'll take it. How much do you want for that, good sir? Please tell me.
Well, I was thinking you mentioned that you had a horse, right? I was wondering if I could borrow your horse, and then I'll give it back to you.
Good sir, that ring is worth more than a horse.
Okay. Well, perhaps I can trade this ring for a horse. Would that be of interest to you?
I mean, if you wanted to trade, then it'd be fine as well. I mean, I could borrow it. You see that stone at the end of it? It's a gorgeous stone. I'll take that stone off the top, and you can borrow the horse. As you look at the stone, it seems to be like anywhere between a 4-carat diamond.
What?
Yeah, it's. He's wanting that stone for you to borrow the horse. So he's trying to yeah. You will keep the gold, but the diamond on top of it, you won't. He's like, I'll take that as payment. You can do an insight or an intelligence check here.
I would like to use my intelligence.
Sure.
I am an intelligent person.
Sure.
I sometimes like to think. Intelligence.
Yeah, you know that diamonds are spell components.
I'm afraid the diamond is not on the table.
Oh, that does make me sad. What do you want? I can sell you a horse. Not
How
my
much?
finest one.
Well, what sort of price are we talking?
You see here.
Okay.
What type of animal are you looking for?
Something to get me up the mountain of fire and hopefully back again.
If you're going further into the desert, you want a camel, good sir. A camel.
Okay, where can I find camels?
Master Williams. Master Williams. I sell thoroughbreds, not beasts of the wild. You want to go and talk to him. I thought you were wanting something spectacular.
Well, I'll make sure to recommend you to all the nobles I meet.
Of course. You'll see me in the racing tracks in Alkaline. It's a big city after all.
Okay, well, have a nice day. I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Goodbye. Oh, he was nice. What did he do? Oh, yes. And Diamond was spectacular. You hear them in conversation talking about you as you leave. The stable Master Williams is down here.
Master Williams, we meet again.
What can I do for you, son?
I need to hire a camel.
Oh, pardon me. I have the finest animals. Does one catch your fancy? As you look over his stock, he does not have any camels in.
I was told by the noble inside that you sold camels. Traveling the desert.
The stable master looks at you. He's like, "Yes, that is true, but I don't currently have any in stock. It is springtime, so the caravans are going back and forth, and all of my merchandise. If you try in the midsummer and late winter is when I'll have my stock. Can I interest you in a riding horse, or perhaps you glances over your workhorse?
Or can I get
horse?
a riding? If I hire a horse for about 2 weeks, would that be all right?
He's like, where are you heading with this animal?
The mountains of fire.
No. He's stops you right there. He's like, no, I'm sorry, my animals are not going there. Unless you pay me an extraordinary amount, you have to purchase the animal if you're going into the mountains of fire.
I understand. Yeah. Okay.
So animals that go there usually don't come back, including people.
If I was to walk there by foot, how long do you think it would take me?
He looks around. He's like, do you have a guide?
No.
He's like, well, it might be forever. Going into the endless desert, son. Sure, the mountains of fire is easy to see from here, but I myself have never been there. Terrible stories of slavers and giant insects and dragons and boar elves and you name it, it's out there. It's a dangerous place.
How much for a horse? Hypothetically.
He checks his stock and he's like, well, what type of animal do you want? Donkey, mule, draft horse, riding horse?
I think just a donkey would be fine to just because it'll be rough terrain.
He nods in agreement. He's like, a donkey would probably be best. He says it'll be about 8 gold.
8 gold, and that is to keep?
Yes, that is to purchase. I'm not letting one of my finer animals up there.
All right, I will buy a donkey off you for 8.
Excellent. He gestures to some orcs to bring in a donkey. They don't have any of the pack animals up front, in the stock area. But you do know that there are mines, stuff like that. So let me go ahead. Look for a donkey.
Okay.
Mark off the gold. 8 gold pieces.
Does it come with a saddle?
No.
Can I buy a saddle, Mr. Williams?
Don't you have one? Pretty sure you got one.
I left that behind, I think.
So you see here, he looks at you. He's like, normally we don't have saddles for donkeys.
But Mr. Williams, I was here only a month ago, and I sold you all that leather.
That is true. He's like looking over his stock, and he's like, most of these are too wide. What type of saddle do you want? Military, exotic, pack? What type? Riding?
Riding.
Excellent. That'll be 10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces? What?
Yep. That's what it says.
I mean, I don't mind going bareback. It's just, you know, I gotta be there quick.
Understandable, but
this
is a custom job. I don't have saddles for donkeys. Most people don't ride them.
What about water bags for donkeys?
Saddlebags. I'm pretty sure you got saddlebags. Would you like to buy more?
I would like to buy more saddlebags.
He gets out, he says 4 gold pieces for a saddlebag.
And that's a day's water for one donkey?
So you can, no. So it depends on what you collect. So the saddlebag contains the water which you need, right? So how many water skins are you taking with you?
I have... Water skin... Let me just... Oh, I have 9 water skins.
Yeah, that's really good.
Going out into the desert.
Yeah, I mean, that's smart. That's smart. That's the reason why it's the endless desert. That's for sure. He says 4 gold for saddlebags. He says for riding. He says for a pack saddle, you'd only use 5 gold.
5 gold is more reasonable. I will take a pack saddle.
Says. He pretty much just like has this saddle. It's really thin straps of leather, and he throws like a cover over it. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Anything else? Like, do I need to worry about horse feed out in the desert, or is there enough? I mean, donkeys eat anything, right?
Donkeys are fairly tough. And I mean, there are no camels. But yeah, donkeys will do okay, probably better than a horse. A horse doesn't do very well in the desert.
All right.
This orc brings in the donkey.
What's the donkey's name?
That is a good question. What would you like to name this donkey? Says I don't name them. I honestly don't name these animals. Usually they're just work mules. And he like looks over at the mule. It's like, you are number 15. It has what's it? Scorch mark. Number 15 on it. I can't hear you. You're fading out.
Use my name generator.
Okay.
Rail.
I'm going to hand this over to you.
The elven... Well, not the elven name. The draconic name for 15.
Right. Since we're here, we might as well look up donkey stats. Mule. Mule is just as well. So something about the mule is that it's a beast of burden. Mule is considered a large animal for the purposes of determining its carrying capacities. Sure-footed, has advantage on strength and dex saving throws, made to knock it prone. Those are pretty decent. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad armor. It's got 40 speed, so that's pretty good.
My plan is not to use it in combat.
Right. You should have control over it. It has 11. Oh no, it has 10 HP.
I'm afraid I must be off quickly, Mr. Williams. There isn't a moment to lose.
Says, well, where are you heading?
The mountains of fire.
You crazy. Crazy kid. Good luck to you. It's nice doing business with you.
How much water do mules drink? Because I have 9 water drinks. That's like enough
for you and your mule, it'll be 1 water bag per day.
Is water skin different to water bag?
It's the same. It's one the same.
Okay. So I've got 9 days to live.
Easily.
All right. So, pulling my hood up, I will begin to depart Ravenshold. Ravenshaven. With riding on this mule.
All right.
I'm just looking at all the maps of all the encounters I've avoided.
Well, not all of them have you avoided. There we go. All right.
You haven't avoided them yet, James.
I haven't avoided them yet. Some of them are just up for up because I thought they would look nice and pretty. You are here. Where are you heading?
Onward to the mountains of fire.
To the mountains of fire.
Did it specify which one of the mountains? Because I'm noticing that there's 3.
That sounds like a survival roll.
To know which one he's talking about in the letter?
Well, he said the nearest one.
Okay, I will anticipate that it's the nearest one and go north. North, donkey.
Yes, go ahead and move yourself and roll me that sweet, sweet survival.
Survival.
Interesting.
I will use my portent here to make it better.
Okay, yeah. You see visions of the desert as you're traveling through. Go ahead and roll me another survival as you move on.
Is this the next day?
This is the next day. Technically, I should make you roll twice, but I want you to get here, so 1 per day. And the desert is very scarce. However, when you do have encounters, they're very interesting.
I can imagine.
You go ahead and move yourself again. As you approach, you saw smoke in the distance, right? And as you get closer and closer, you see these mountainous, obsidian black stacks of 3 mountains. And from them are spewing forth ash and molten rock. And like, you thought it was hot in the desert. As you approach, you can actually feel like the sun change from like the nice, cool desert to the hot rocks of the mountains of fire. It is hot. What precautions, if any, are you taking?
Adron will, with his spare water, like put the leftover water on his blindfold and wrap it around his head.
Excellent, excellent. What about your donkey? What are you doing for your donkey?
Donkey! What can I do for the donkey? Make sure to take lots of breaks for him.
So you slow down your pace, right? You notice like there's a woven tapestry of rock and sand, and it seems to like shift and move with you. So you see it's like a beach, right? Like an actual beach between the obsidian rock and the sands. And you see like as the sand blows and moves, the dunes like roll over it gently, like a slow, painfully slow river or beach. A beach of sand.
So fish has
yes, yes. All right, there. I was trying to describe it. Sound better in my
That's
head.
okay.
It'll work.
It was all, mystical and sandy.
Go ahead and roll me a perception as you're scouting out to this place.
So Adron can only see 60 feet in front of him,
Yeah,
unless his owl is better.
owl, that's definitely better. It's been a day.
Okay, so with his owl back, I will roll the owl's perception.
Yep. Just eating your time. Okay.
See owl.
Your owl flies up and quickly gets like choked out by the like dust and ash and debris, and it like comes back down, and he doesn't see anything, and your owl's just like whoo whoo. It's like sweating. He's like, whoo, whoo. It's like this owl's not used to the choking air that's grasping at you.
But Bradley, you don't breathe air.
I mean, if he did.
It's about the illusion of pretending to be an owl. Gotcha.
Well,
right.
Regardless, his vision's blocked.
I get you.
Okay. Doesn't see anything.
Can we keep marching upwards?
Sure. Go ahead and roll survival.
Survive. So is this the first day?
This is the first day of the Mountains of Fire. Yes. Go ahead and roll me survival.
Let's do it.
Would you like to use anything?
I will use my other slightly higher survival.
Okay. What does that make it?
Important. So 19 plus 4 is 23.
Excellent. Wonderful. By sheer dumb accident, you make it to where you're trying to get to, despite seeing or knowing where you're going. Wonderful.
I just imagine like a rock coming and blocking the path. He's like, go that way. This way's probably safe. Onwards, donkey.
Let's make sure that this is right.
Thorrail. So I can move to the peak.
Yes. Go ahead and move yourself to the peaks. You're climbing up the mountain, right? And your mule is making great timing because you're keeping it nice and cool. And you get like a bit of a break, right, from the temperatures and stuff like that. And the black rocks and jagged peaks. Here is where you meet.
Oh, lava. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Here is where you meet Armok. Armok and his group of orcs are using like these rocks as brace. And they seem pretty like beat up. They're kind of like breathing pretty heavily. And they're like, Adrian, you made it.
I did. I got your letter. And I came as quick as I could.
He's like, that's great. We've discovered the lair of Moore. He has decided to ally himself with a dragon.
I see. Can these dragons be reasoned with?
The dragons? Depends on how much you offer them. Know anything about red dragons? Go ahead and place yourself.
So here's the thing about Adron. He can actually speak Draconic, and I'm not entirely sure how he learned.
Oh, that's an interesting quagmire there. Okay. So this is their camp right here. And in the distance, you see these wispy shapes of floating fire, just like walking through. And they almost look like ghosts, but they are very much alive, and they're just burning. And they seem to be kind of like mindlessly, and they're just like walking around. It's like those fire elementals, I have no doubt, are under the service of the dragon. Which dragon I do not know, but yes, of course. Those fire elementals are definitely dangerous. are hostile. One of my orcs died approaching that portal. You see right there?
Portal?
Okay, you see it? He
Wait,
gestures.
point to it, I can't.
Yeah, you're blind, that's right.
Just aim my owl in the general direction.
So
of
he
the
like
portal.
takes your owl and like says, there.
I don't see it on the map. Oh, there it is. Wow, that's a portal.
Yes. Because of the fire and stuff, it's easily mistaken. Like you cannot see it. And then all of a sudden you see this like flash, like, and
What are we? Why is there a portal here?
says there's no doubt some sort of dragon sorcery and magic about.
Oh, you think he's summoned these elementals to protect the moor?
I don't know their arrangement or agreement, but I'm certain that this is where they led. He like takes like this drink and like gulp, 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 and he's like, "Do you have any water with you? My men and I could help you, but we are pretty fatigued from just resting here. These mountains drain you of resources." You know, like the orcs are like looking at their water skins and they're like, and even they've got like a little bit of sweat and they're all sitting down right in the shade, but even in the shade in this fiery hell, it doesn't help. They've been sitting here for probably like 2 or 3 days waiting for you.
I can give you half my water, but I will need most of it to get back. You understand? I have a.
It's like gladly.
So
Gladly.
I give him full water skins.
He's like, you are a lifesaver to my men. And he gives you 10 silver for it. He's like, thank you. Thank you.
I can't accept this. I promised that I would not sell this water.
He like looks at it like strangely. He's like, this is from Ravenshaven, is it not?
It is, yeah.
Yes. So you know our laws and traditions.
A few. I've been a few times to Braven's Hill.
So,
it's a nice place.
Amok, like, he belts his water skin while the orcs are just like, gulp, 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 and they're just like chugging it down.
Can I have the empty water skins back when they've transferred?
Oh, yeah. They'll chug down 4 of them. 3 of them. And then Armok will hold on to the last one.
All right.
He's like, what will you have us do? We are at your command.
What is your suggestion? Do you think we should storm the place, or is an infiltration more realistic?
He looks at his band of orcs. He's like, I have no way of knowing what is beyond that portal. Do you have a means in which you can sneak by these creatures and enter the portal?
Now that you mention it, there is one way.
Yeah, speak. What do you know?
I could. My owl is pretty quick. He could probably sneak through the portal and report back to us.
Sure.
So, with a movement of 120 feet.
Okay.
Zoom out a bit. It is a lot.
Your owl moves forward and begins to scout. Give me a second, and I want him to roll perception as he enters the portal.
That's fine. What do you see, owl?
Okay. As soon as he enters into the portal, doors, right out of the portal, doors stop him. So he flies into the and then doors.
Does he fly back okay?
Yeah, he flies back. The elementals don't seem to pay him any attention or mind. Yeah. He just continue to like burn there. Just
That's a lot of lava. It's not very likely that we can get there easy, is what I'm guessing.
He says, the safest way is to bombard the elementals, and to attack them from a distance. It would not be wise to lead an assault upon them. So I understand they are easily hit, and their magic dispersed quickly. Do you have any form of cold damage that might be helpful in this situation?
I did make a promise that I would only use this to, look after the people I care about. So I guess there's a good chance that I draw the Wand of Frost.
Like all the orcs and Amok's like, what is that?
You may want to avert your eyes if you are not accustomed to arcane practice.
So like the orcs don't really care. They're kind of like, ooh, arcane magics. Amok just looks at you with a eyebrow raised, but he doesn't say anything.
All right.
What, if anything,
So
do
we need to. The thing is, it only works a certain amount of times per day. We need to sort of bunch them up into one space so I can one blast of energy to hopefully dissipate them all at once. Do we have any way of drawing them?
So you're asking him to be used as bait. Amok like looks at the others and he's like, I will accept this challenge. And he's like nods to his, and he's like, you will assault them from range while I take the attacks. I will defend myself. What do you plan to do, Adrian?
Well, with this wand, I think I should stand a good chance of dispelling them.
He nods. He's like, I will get into position. He like takes his he steps off his horse, and he gives his horse over to the second in command, WhatsApp. And he's like, "Are you ready to begin?"
Ready to say I'll be. Would you like me to be behind you?
He says, "Another body to attack would always be helpful. If we fight back to back, it will probably be best."
All right, I'll take off like 60 feet above to get like an aerial view.
So he tells like the orcs to like take the high ground, and he says, "When I give the signal, you will all fire at once." He slowly creeps around this rock boulder and starts getting into position. These orcs start taking out bows, and you see them like creeping around the rock formations, and they all like start stringing these. Let's see here. Make sure. Crossbows. These light crossbows, and they're all like, and they're like cranking them quietly. Amok looks to you and he's like, "When you are ready."
Let me see if I've got a good spell here. Just give me a sec.
Should have lots of good spells.
Sure. The thing is, a lot of it's fire damage, so it's not going to help much. I will throw an acid splash.
So you're kicking this off?
So yeah,
Who are you targeting?
Let's have a look at what the distance is from here to here.
Yeah, so this is like a molten boulder between you. So like you're blocked from them, right? So you can like move around and fire, but it will start combat as long as you understand that.
Right. Acid splash has 60 feet.
Excellent.
All right, get ready.
All right. Everybody gets a surprise round here. So go ahead and open up.
Oh wait, one more thing before we start. As they're sort of getting ready, Adron will take out a knife, like a sacrificial dagger, run it across one of his fingers,
Sure.
but instead of blood coming out, it's like smoke.
Cool. I like it. What happens? Tell me what happens.
So Adjon has just channeled false life. And that means I get 3 hit points. I will take them. Yeah,
Hey,
by
that's
June,
good.
like some 10 hit points.
Every little bit helps. Be surprised.
All right.
So as you're like casting these spells, all the orcs bring up their crossbows and are ready. Let's kick this off. Who are you targeting?
Let's target this one first with Acid Splash.
So ping him for me. Excellent.
He needs to make a dexterity save. We'll take 2d6.
So you realize, like, as you fire your thing, despite it not paying any attention to you, it's like wavering, floating body seems to just be able to dodge with the greatest of ease. That's 3.
The greatest of ease.
No, not the greatest. So you catch him by surprise. How much damage? Oh, great damage. 8 points of damage.
Hit the rock beneath it.
Amok, he has his great sword out. And he, let's see here, what's his ability is just don't require. He casts. Go ahead and spell check this.
Like Arcana?
Yep, Arcana.
Spell check.
Oh yeah, you know that this is jump. In case he needs to jump anywhere, you know that he can do that. Orcs.
Jump.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's a good point. I don't think Adjon is pretty good at jumping.
8. 8 d20s. 8 d20s go soaring into this. Oh. 8, 20. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them hit. So in this like waving like dance that it's doing, 4 of these bows hit. Yep. 48. 8 plus 1. 3 plus 4 actually, but be 30 points of damage. This creature just like screams and this like unearthly wail of a fires. And that's when we can roll that sweet, sweet initiative.
They can be killed.
They can be. So this is our monk. 10. Okay, that's pretty good.
10. A 10 with a +7.
You got a 10? Oh, I got a 14. Okay.
And my owl is just the fastest alive.
Nice. Okay. Can you see the turn order?
Yes.
Okay,
I
excellent.
can.
Go ahead and put yourself in. And then the orcs are just going to go on one turn. So I'll just add 1 orc.
I don't think I can put myself on. It's a DM team.
This is a DM thing. Okay. Oh wow, the orcs are slow to crank. Let's go ahead and back orc. B5. Hearing this unholy, and then they will be at a turn. And plus 3. Okay, 10. That's not too bad. Sure, we'll put it in the back one. 10. And this one right here. Okay. And do descending. Adrian, why are you need to be 7? Yep, there we go. Need to be a 10 actually. Where's the owl? Owl needs to be a 21. There we go. And then descending. All right. Owl's up first. All these fire animals like, and they all like turn and look at you simultaneously. You know the gig's up because they're coming for you.
They could try, but they'll never take us alive. So my owl's gonna fly somewhere safe-ish.
Okay.
And take the dodge action. So he's 60 feet up.
Excellent.
Yeah, these elementals seem pretty far away. What are you gonna do about it, huh?
You'll see. Amok's up. He takes out his sword and steps forth. This crystalline sword is in the air, and he's like, "Come face me!" And he takes the dodge action, and these fire animals are like, and they
don't try it, Arnok. He has the high ground.
Yep, 1, 2. They like walk through the molten lava, just. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 of them, one moves up, the other ones don't. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then is that it? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, there's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like a raging fire, these elementals just like. And then it's your turn. Oh, this elemental needs to attack. But it moved. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it had to double move. So these elementals are like a roaring fire.
All right, Alpak, that's good. Now get out the way so I can use my ice powers.
Okay.
And I will ready an action.
It's not his turn yet. Targeting the same creatures. And what's the ready action, by the way?
When 2 fire elementals are in a row, I will cast Ice Spear.
Excellent.
Or if one of them tries to attack me.
Excellent. The orcs once again launch their crossbows at the nearest elemental. The same target. 1, 2. Because the fire elemental is moving so quickly, the arrows or the bolts just seem to like miss. They don't do as much damage this turn. 2d8 plus. Oh, and even those that connect are like nothing to this creature.
We may have made a terrible mistake, team.
It's your house turn.
I was gonna do more of the same, which is not a lot.
Dodge action.
Dodge action.
Excellent. Amok's turn.
Try not to die, Amok.
What was your instructions to him? You told him to
get out the way.
Get out of the way. He leaps. He literally just like, whoa! It'll provoke 2 attacks of opportunity from the elementals. But
You're supposed to disengage. Use the disengage action.
These creatures have reach. So, I mean, these are large elementals, right? +6. Nice. So one just goes whoosh and like slaps the other one, but they're both fire, so it just goes like right through them. And like you see Amok like in a cool epic scene, he like does this like whoa, like long jumps, and the fire elementals like clash into each other behind him and just like bounce off of each other. He leaps 1, 2, 3, 6. He's like, it's your turn now. The elementals
Wait
turn,
for
actually.
it. Wait for it.
Seeing that, I'm going to move everyone up. That the target that they were wanting is no longer there. The elementals do move right up to you. Let me move them before your thing goes off. 6,
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So they are both.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
If I draw this,
12.
because they're big creatures, they are in my line.
Oh, yes, very much so. 12.
Oh my gosh! Can I hit both 3 in one go? Is it possible?
10, 11, 12.
Oh, I can hit 3. Hopefully.
That's it.
So it's okay if Adron's ready action triggers.
Yes, it very much goes off. Tell me what you're doing, and then they will attack you. And then they'll start pummeling you. So your action goes off first.
So Adron whips the wand around and an icy beam of light streaks out. And it is. They need to make a dex save.
Okay.
All 3 of them. And it's 68.
Oh my goodness gracious. It's a dex save. That's 3.
Oh my gosh, so much damage.
Dex save.
Outperforming.
2 of them are there, right?
Just the ground shakes. My arcanic might.
And they both suck it. Tell me how much damage you do.
What's the damage?
Vulnerability to ice.
Like, 3 of them are caught in this sort of crossfire, right?
Excellent. All 3. Oh, I need to roll one more.
Die.
1d20 plus 3. There we go. So one dodges out of the way, right? While the other ones like come running up to you, and just this wave of ice smashes into their face. How much damage is that? That's 40. That's my gosh.
It's 40 damage if they pass, 20 damage if they save. So even if they save, it's half.
It's actually, they're vulnerable to it, so they take more damage than that.
Well, in that case,
takes 30 points of damage. You realize that this is like incredibly effective, and that's 60 points. 60 points. Holy crap. Regardless, these creatures are still up, and 2 of them are right next to you, and they're just like, and they just start pounding the crap out of you.
So, Arlok, this is where you come save me, right?
+6. 2 touch attacks. These elements reach out and try to burn your body and face. Oh my gosh. 4d20 plus 6. That's a 17, 19. So 2 of them hit.
Yeah. Armor class is 15.
Armor class is 15. Yep, 2 of them hit. So.
We're gonna take some damage now.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. Let's see here.
See, the mistake was that you're not supposed to touch the fire elemental.
Yeah. These are incarnations of, So these bodies, reach out and touch your face. You feel like this wave of heat. So it was hot, right? And then you didn't realize how hot it could get as these like waves of fire just slash out at you. And you're just like, take 21 points of damage as this wave just... And it's your turn. It's like, whoosh.
48 minus 25. So some of that is blocked by my temporary hit points. So the smoke immediately stops.
Yeah, the fire clears away the smoke real fast.
So 21 minus 6, 15.
Yeah.
48 minus 15 is 33. Could be worse.
Oh, yeah, good. They could have all hit.
If we
These
didn't work.
elementals don't seem to be playing around. They are going to burn you alive. It is your
Well, guess
turn. They're not playing around.
I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to do another ice spear.
Excellent. Reflex save, correct? All three of them?
Yes.
+3.
Ooh,
Sweet damage.
I'm a sorcerer.
Okay, so left to right, top to bottom. So how much damage did you do? Oh, that's good damage. 2 ones.
Oh, 2 that one.
Okay, let's see here. So first one makes it, second one makes it, and then this one is. Tell me how you kill this creature right here. And then this one takes full damage, full damage times double full damage. So tell me how you kill this creature right here. And then let's see. Tell me how you kill this creature right here. Tell me how this ice shard just.
So all 3 of them killed.
Yep. Tell me how these like elementals are like, and then all of a sudden, poof.
I just imagine them all turn to stone, just immediately petrified as Adron returns fire with this great glacial outburst that doesn't really affect the temperature, but it's like still very powerful, like frost. And I'm going to use the rest of my movement to hide behind this guy right here.
It's the orcs' turn, and they're saying that they all cheer as like these elementals like all turn to like stone and then just collapse right before your onslaught, and they're like, "Quick, fire at the next one, go!" And they start targeting this elemental right here. Let's see here. That's this one, 8d4, 8d20, 8d20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these bolts. Yep. 5 of these bolts land. 5, 8 plus 1.
I'm just going to refresh my page quickly because it's gone slightly weird. Be right back.
Yeah. Okay, are you back?
I'm back. I'm in the game.
So 8 out of the 8 bolts that were fired, 5 of them land into this creature, but are quickly boiled off of the intense heat. It's taken damage, but it seems like it is now your owl's turn.
I think those days where the owls were helping have gone. It's just going to hang there. I need it to stay alive.
Understandable. Familiars are pretty badass. Almach leaps to where he was, right? Seeing how well the tactic did work, he just right there. And he lands, and then he goes total defense as these creatures once again, like, one's going to, it's the elemental's turn. One's going to reach him and do a full round attack. The others, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Makes it to him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Am I missing anybody? No, not missing. These one elemental just starts beating the hell out of Almach. But he is like defensive, right? So he's like dodging out of these elementals' attacks. 4d20 plus 6, and then take lowest. So this elemental like slams the rock like right next to him, and like chunks of like molten like splash up on its face. It does no damage to it, but it's like, "Rah!" And then it slams the ground once again. But Almak's just way too fast as this creature continues. Adrian, you're up next.
All right, good job, Armok. You keep holding them off like you are, and I'm gonna do this up at these guys. Another ice spear.
So 2d20 plus 3. One eats it, and the other one makes the save. So go ahead and roll me some sweet, sweet damage.
Oh, that was the wrong roll.
Okay.
68.
That's yeah. That's fireball. That's fireball.
Hang on, let me do that again.
There we go. It's all right. It's not bad. This
It's
one.
not a fireball. I'm going to use the rest of my movement to move back.
This one takes. That'd be 30. Be 40. 42 points of damage. Yep. Minus 42. He takes 42. He eats the full amount.
Eat it.
He takes half, and then so it'll be 16, 24 points. It's 24. It's kind of like math. Did you hit this one? No, you did not hit that one.
I did not hit that one.
Okay,
I can't hit all three of them at once, unfortunately.
This one takes the misses. And then it's the orc's turn. They open up.
Protect the jumper.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them land. So 4d8 plus 4. These bolts do actually pretty well. So like they were aiming for its head, and like 4 bolts slam into it. And as is like frustrated, right? You can't hit Almach. These bolts just slam into it and it screams in pain. If it could feel pain. It's your owl's turn.
Do elementals feel pain? I'm gonna have my owl rinse and repeat. It seems to be working.
Excellent. Amok, once again, he's going total defense. I don't know if it'll save him this time as the elements swarm around him. Surely this is the end of Amok, as all of them just start pounding the hell out of him.
I believe in you, Amok.
12 die 6. 12 die 20. Take lowest. Plus 6. Oh. 12 die.
Oh my gosh.
Miss. Close. Miss. 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 Awesome. So Almak in his like armor. So those flames are just like swirling around him, right? And he just seems to use his like sword, this silver sword, just like ching, ching, ching. And you watch this like amazing display of swordsmanship. Yeah, it's your turn. As he's just, and they're like cheering as like he's doing this dance of fire. None of them seem to land because of his half plate.
He's got them moves. All right, I'm gonna
moves. They were really close though. They were super close.
Hang on. This is 10. This is 15. 30. Can I hit all 3 of them from here?
Give me a second. Let me move the turn order. It depends on how you do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna aim it like this.
You may.
So it goes
yes.
to all of their squares.
Yes, you may.
Good job, Adron. Not Adron, the other guy. Me.
Armok.
Armok.
He's a gift.
Who your name?
And he's got the silver sword that he's using to parry all this stuff. Oh my goodness gracious. It's 3d 20 plus.
I love this one.
Yeah. Figured that you would. Don't forget to be marking off those charges now.
Yeah, I'm down to my last spear. We're gonna do this one more time, Armok.
So one of them like turns and looks at you, and you just go right in the face, and the other ones are like whoosh, and they like fire, like freaks out, and then it comes back, right? So roll me that sweet damage. One takes full. Just take
It's
half.
25 damage.
So yeah, this one takes 50. Holy crap. This one takes half the damage. 23, 24, and then 36 points of damage. And then 36. This one looks pretty worn. Like it's like starting to like turn to stone, as you described it last time. And Amok's like, bring it down! Bring it down! And it's just like, Aah! And the orcs all like fire at it, right? And the orcs begin firing.
Man, turns out just having an army just helps.
Who knew that lean and salt? Oh my goodness gracious. Hits. Hits. So there's no way that they can't kill this creature. So that's like these bolts of arrows, just like, or of crossbows, just, and it just turns to stone and just crumbles and falls. And you hear a cheer as the orcs get one for themselves, and they're like, yeah! Whoa! It's your Al's turn.
You're okay, Al. You don't need to prove yourself today.
Almok's doing a great job. And he's like dancing around the flames, still doing it. He's going to once again go total defense. However, in their like semi-quasi intelligence, they know that they can't hit this creature before them, right? So they turn and look at you, the one that's doing all this damage. And because Almok's doing total defense, they're just going to walk up to you and just...
Wait, Armok gets an attack of opportunity. Please.
For what?
He's left his range.
No, he's total defense. He cannot take an attack of opportunity.
I think he can as a reaction. I don't know.
Is it? You check that. I'm going to roll their attacks.
Yeah, you can use the dodge action and still take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. All right. He won't be able to kill it. It begins swinging at you. Oh my goodness gracious! Only one hits. Amok will take his attack as well. It's +4.
I really should have taken the shield spell.
I mean, it's your character. You do what you want with your character. +4.
Just think about all the times you'll need to use a rope to get away.
Is that a crit? Did he go champion?
I don't know.
No, he didn't go champion. Okay. So that would have been sweet if he had critted on that. That would have been 2d6 plus 2. So as this creature turns and looks at you, whoa, that's not right.
1 damage.
There we go. As this creature turns and looks at you, it gets stabbed in the back. It takes 12 points of damage. And, Amok's like swinging at its legs, trying to knock it off, but the creature just keeps going. It's injured. It's injured, and as it like struggles, this hand comes down and swats you.
And I take some damage, I believe.
Oh yeah. This hand comes down, and it just hits you with like, if it had fingers, it just hits you with like a glance, and this wave of fire just whooshes over you. Adrian, it's your turn. These creatures are clearly somehow starting to get more intelligent, if that's possible.
Right, I'm down to my last ice spear, so I'm going to move up one because they have reach.
Yes.
And I'm going to target them both with this final ice spear.
Beautiful. It's, I believe, a roll.
You need to reflex.
2d20 plus 3.
Flex those dice. That was the wrong roll. I was supposed to roll 68. We used to find rolls.
Yeah, they're fine. Okay, you kill this creature. Definitely kill this one.
Wait, hang on. It's 28 damage, not 32.
Is that all right? Tell me how you kill this one.
Just with this final spear, it solidifies in the stone. And as Armok pulls his sword out, it crumbles into.
Oh, something happened. That was really weird.
What's happened? Am I still here?
Something happened. Give me a second. We're going to pause the recording right here. We will be right back.